Actions are based on intention. In Islam, the concept of intention, niyyah, is fundamental to every action. It is not merely a mental note but a defining aspect that shapes the value and validity of any deed in the sight of Allah. The famous Hadith of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, establishes intention as a prerequisite for the acceptance of any action. Actions are judged by intentions, and everyone will be rewarded according to what they intended. Sahih al-Bukhari 1, Sahih Muslim 1907. This foundational hadith is so essential that scholars like Imam al-Shafi'i and Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal stated that it covers a third or even half of all Islamic knowledge. It teaches that external actions without sincere internal motives have no weight before Allah. In this video, we will explore the meaning of intention in Islam, how actions are judged by it, the importance of good intentions, the danger of evil intentions, the ruling on unintentional acts, the mention of intention in the Quran, and finally, the need to act always with sincerity and good faith. 1. How actions are based on intention. Islam does not focus solely on the outer appearance of deeds but gives importance to the inner state of the doer. The heart's purpose determines whether an act is rewarded, punished, or remains neutral. Example 1. Prayer, salah. A person may perform salah outwardly in the exact same way as another person. However, if the first person prays to seek Allah's pleasure, and the second prays to be seen by others showing off, their outcomes will be vastly different. The first is rewarded by Allah. The second commits riya, ostentation, which is a minor shirk. So woe to those who pray, those who are heedless of their prayer, those who only show off. Quran chapter 107 verse 4-6. Example 2. Charity, sadaqah. Two individuals may give the same amount of money in charity. One does so to help the needy for Allah's sake, and the other does it to gain public approval or political influence. Only the former will receive the divine reward. They were not commanded except to worship Allah, being sincere to Him in religion. Quran chapter 98 verse 5. Example 3. Hijra, migration. The original context of the hadith on intention refers to migration. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "So whoever migrates for Allah and His Messenger, his migration is for Allah and His Messenger. But whoever migrates for some worldly gain or to marry a woman, his migration is for that which he migrated for." Sahih al-Bukhari 1. This shows that even the same act, leaving one's home, may be rewarded or not depending on the niyyah. 2. The importance of intention in Islam. A foundation of worship. All acts of worship, ibadah, prayer, fasting, hajj, zakah, require a valid and sincere intention. Indeed, deeds are only with intentions. Sahih al-Bukhari 1. Without intention, an act may not even be considered valid in Islamic jurisprudence. For example, fasting without intending it from the night before is invalid. Wudu done without the intention of purity is also questionable. B. Acts of habit turn into worship. Everyday actions such as sleeping, eating, or working can become acts of worship if done with good intention. Example: a man goes to work intending to provide halal sustenance for his family. He receives reward for this mundane act because of his good niyyah. Verily, you will not spend anything seeking thereby the face of Allah, but you will be rewarded for it, even what you put in your wife's mouth. Sahih al-Bukhari 56. C. Intention differentiates obligations. In fiqh, Islamic jurisprudence, intention distinguishes farud, obligatory, from nafil, voluntary acts; qada, missed prayers, from current ones; Ramadan fast, from vow or optional fasts. Hence, niyyah is the key that unlocks the doors of valid religious practice. 3. Evil intentions with example. Islam does not only reward good intentions, it also warns against evil ones. A person may be sinful for merely intending to commit an act of disobedience, even if he does not carry it out. If someone intends to do a bad deed and does not do it, Allah records it as a good deed. If he does it, He records it as one bad deed. Sahih al-Bukhari 6491, Sahih Muslim 131. This shows Allah's mercy, but it also highlights the seriousness of evil plans. Example: intent to harm a fellow Muslim. A man may plan to falsely accuse another, intending to damage his reputation. Even if he fails to execute his plan, his evil intention is already a source of sin. Indeed, those who like that immorality should be spread or exposed among those who have believed will have a painful punishment. Quran chapter 24 verse 19. Another example is a person who plans theft, murder, or corruption. The very plan may bring the wrath of Allah unless repented from. For example of an unintentional action. Islam also recognizes that humans are not perfect. If someone does something unintentionally, they are not held accountable in the same way as someone who acts deliberately. There is no blame upon you for that in which you were mistaken, but only for what your hearts intended. Quran chapter 33 verse 5. Example, accidentally breaking fast. If someone eats or drinks forgetfully during Ramadan, thinking the fast has not started, the fast remains valid. If someone forgets while he is fasting and eats or drinks, let him complete his fast, for it is Allah who has fed him and given him drink. Sahih al-Bukhari 66-69. Other examples include killing someone unintentionally, Qatul al-Qata, requires diya, blood money, but not retribution. Divorce uttered under compulsion or mistake does not count. This shows Islam's justice and compassion, ensuring people are not punished for honest errors. 5. Occurrence of the word intention in the Quran. The exact Arabic word niyya does not explicitly appear in the Quran. However, the concept is found throughout the Quran under various terms and meanings. Ma kasata, what you intended. Example, Allah does not blame you for what is unintentional in your oaths, but He blames you for what your hearts intended. Quran chapter 2 verse 225. Irada, will, intention. Example, whoever intends yurid the harvest of the hereafter, we increase for him his harvest. Quran chapter 42 verse 20. Kasdu and ham, intended, aim, decision, seen in verses discussing those who intended good or evil. Thus, while the word niyya as used in hadith terminology is not literally found in the Quran, its meaning is frequently addressed. Many scholars explain that Sunnah elaborates on what the Quran outlines generally. The importance of acting in good faith. Islam is a religion of sincerity and intention is at its heart. No act is accepted unless it is done for the sake of Allah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Indeed, Allah does not look at your appearances or your wealth, but He looks at your hearts and your deeds." Sahih Muslim 2564. Acting in good faith includes purifying one's motives from showing off or hypocrisy, making conscious decisions to please Allah, striving to be sincere even in worldly matters, avoiding all forms of hidden shirk in the heart. The legacy of the righteous prophets, companions, and scholars was their sincerity in action. Even small deeds done with good intention can outweigh major deeds done for show. Let us purify our hearts and renew our intentions daily. A sincere niyyah transforms routine actions into acts of worship and raises us in the ranks of the righteous. Say, indeed, my prayer, my rites of sacrifice, my living and my dying are for Allah, Lord of the worlds. Quran chapter 6 verse 162. May Allah grant us sincerity in all our actions, protect us from evil intentions, forgive our unintentional errors, and make our every step a path to His pleasure. Ameen.